Hi guys, it's Ani from Create Your Future, and today I have a beautiful success story for you guys. Before we get into the success story, what I wanted to mention and what I'm going to talk about, I'll share the success story after what I want to get out because I have like inspired action to get out this message for you guys. The reason why I want to talk about this topic, and I'll mention what I'm gonna talk about, but the reason why I want to talk about it is because I have um, I am being like proven every success story I've been getting from my clients, and it's been a lot success stories. Like I'm trying to catch up with sharing all of them with you guys. Um, each one is proving the point that you may not get evidence in the 3D, but you will still get your manifestation. So that's what I want to talk about. If you guys are if you guys are going through that where like you don't have any evidence, and I might be talking about this a lot lately, but it's just so important because every single one of the success stories, like, it proves to me every time. And even though we all know how law of assumption works and we all know how manifestation works, it just feels like a miracle every time it happens because sometimes you have absolutely no evidence. So that's what I want to talk about today. Also, you guys, thank you so much for all the amazing feedback from my courses. I know I say thank you every single video, but seriously, you guys are killing it. Like, you guys are doing so good. Those people taking the course and getting movement as fast as you are, like, I am so proud of you guys and appreciative of you guys. So, like, just thank you, you guys. And it makes me so happy to hear you guys are getting movement when you have not had movement in such a long time, when there's no communication, and then you guys are working on yourself, working on the course, you're putting in that work and you're getting evidence. Like, it just makes my day. So thank you guys so much for that, for sending in all that positive feedback and sharing it with us. If you guys are interested in uh, a Manifest Your SP Now course, or remove the third party course, the links are going to be in the description box down below. Do not worry. When you go to purchase the course, you guys, if there is a specific date and time there set up for you, don't worry about that specific date and time. That's for this our end. So the minute you purchase the course is the minute you receive the course, and you can get to it right away. So please don't worry about the date and time. Again, link is going to be in the description box down below. I can't wait to receive your guys' success stories in the emails. So that'll be amazing. Let's get into the topic, you guys. So what I wanted to talk about is why it's so important to trust in yourself, in your power, and in manifestation, and why it's so important to build up your belief. So, I mean, you can build up your belief or not build up your belief. Like, I've received so many manifestations where I was not building my belief, but I was getting evidence. So a lot of my clients too, like, they're in the middle of like building their belief, or they're still like just researching about law of assumption, and then boom, they get evidence. So it's not necessary to build up the belief, but if you find that you are in a situation where you feel like giving up, you are frustrated, you don't know what else to do, what else, like, your mind is just going crazy, like thinking about the lack of what it is that you want. Like, you don't have it now. When am I going to get it? How long is it going to take? I watched a success story. It took a short amount of time for them. Why isn't it happening for me in that same time frame? If you are in this type of thought process 24/7, that's a problem, you guys. So this is why I would say building up your belief is very, very important if these things are going on in you. Also, um, so recently my success stories have, like, a lot of my clients, the story they're writing out of how, like, so the success story, I'll mention it right now a little bit because this is what inspired me to talk about this. So I had a client that had her specific person, but then they broke up and they went separate ways. So she did not have any communication with this person for a very long time. She always wondered like what they were up to. No, there was no like social media involved. Like she could not find this person anywhere. Okay. And she was always thinking like, okay, this is hopeless. Like I probably have to find someone else and move on because this is crazy. Like I'm still hanging on to someone that I have no like news from for a very long time. I haven't heard from them. I don't know. They might be with someone else already, or they might be married, you know? So no clue whatsoever. And as we work together, I'm excited to say that they are married now. And I will get into the success story, you guys. So, no contact for a very long time. We started working together. She constantly would express to me how frustrated she was and how pathetic, in her words. She would say, like, it's pathetic. Why am I like hanging on to someone I may never see ever again? But I believe in law of assumption. She said, I believe in manifesting because I've seen things happen that were they're absolutely not a coincidence. Like I've manifested, I've deliberately created things, but for some reason, like she just had blocks and she did not believe in her unseen, right? So like you guys can do the work. You guys can like affirm and all that, but here's the thing, like there comes a point when you're on your manifestation journey where you feel like giving up because you have not seen any evidence or movement for quite some time. And this is very normal. I mention it in almost every single one of my videos, you guys, but it's so important. I think I need to mention it all the time because it's happened to me. It's happened to all of my clients. Like it's happening. I see it in the comments, you know. I know everyone's going through this. Like there comes a point where you guys do not see movement for quite some time and you really start doubting if you are even powerful or if manifestation is even real. So again, I'm going to say, like, if this is happening to you, please like start building your belief back up in manifesting. Start like writing lists down every day of what you want to see. Like there is nothing too big or too small, you guys. There's no rules like that. So this is also another important point. Please like dissect your thoughts. And like this is what a mental diet is, but like dissect your thoughts. Like what are you thinking about what it is that you want to manifest? Have you set a lot of rules about like manifesting in general? Like do you think like bigger stuff like takes longer and smaller stuff is instant? Like do you have rules like that in your mind that you just set, like this is how it goes? Because everything is neutral, right? So we make up the rules. So you may look at someone that maybe you're not so into, like a specific person, you may not be into them, and you may think, yeah, the people I'm not into, I get them faster. I attract people I'm not into much faster. Well, we know that because that's there's no resistance. That's why that happens, not because you're not into them, right? Or you may think, oh, all the people I like, it's always a struggle to attract, you know, it's always a struggle to attract the people I'm into. Or do you guys see what I mean? Like if you get what I mean, please comment down below, because I have noticed a lot of you making rules that do not have to apply in your manifestation journey. Like logically, yeah, I understand. Like you guys are trying to use a lot of logic and like steps to, okay, this is how it's going to happen, this is when it's going to happen, maybe this is why it's not happening now. Like I see it in your stories when clients are sharing their story with me, like their backstory. I see where you guys are making rules or blocks or limiting beliefs that you don't have to. So if that's happening with you guys and you notice it, please comment down below. I'm sure like everyone would like to read, and they probably relate. It'll help, right? It'll help all the viewers. So it is so important, you guys, to this client, right? Sorry, I'm like jumping all over the place, but this is not like everything I'm talking about is like always inspired, and I always feel so like enthusiastic talking about it. So this client, you guys, literally went from thinking she will never hear or see her SP ever again, her specific person ever again, after her breakup months and months and months and months ago, to she's married now. My client is married to her specific person now after we worked together for a few months. So how did it happen? Well, I'll mention this. Social media does not matter, you guys. If you are not friends on social media, if your specific person doesn't have social media, if you don't have social media, if you deleted your account, they deleted their account, whatever, none of that matters. This force giving you what you want will find a way to get it to you. Okay? So please, like, make this a rule for yourself. All these little things that you think that you have to manipulate or you have to take action towards for you to get, like, if you feel like, oh, I have to have my social media account on in order for a person to find me, that's a rule you're making, because this client didn't. This client, her specific person, did not have any social media, but he still came to her. He still came to her. He still came to where she lived, the city she lived, when he was not even living in that city anymore. He came to her. They bumped into each other. Like, it's so crazy, you guys. They did not have each other's phone numbers anymore. Like, I think his was no longer like the same number. He had changed it. He was not on social media. She had no idea where he's living, where he is, right? And he explained to her that, so I'll explain. Sorry, you guys, it's like crazy. I don't have it written down because the client shared it during the session with me, like the whole story. So what happened was, as we were working together, first there was absolutely no communication or anything, right? And then the last time we met, she said, I bumped into him in my city, and he told me that I literally came to this city to find you. And they obviously, like, they had dinner, they started talking about like how all this unfolded, right? Like, she wanted to know like how, why, like how is this happening? Like, what were you thinking? Like, what was going through your mind, right? Like, what happened was, he explained that he came to the city and he was not able to like function without her these few months that she's been affirming. And that was one of her affirmations. So he was literally telling her her affirmations back to her. And she was like, it was so funny. She was telling me, she's like, Ani, when he was saying my affirmations back to me, the whole time I was thinking, I cannot wait to tell Ani what the heck is happening right now. So I love you guys so much. Like, my clients are the best. So yeah, like, and he literally told her, I cannot spend another day without you. I really would like to make this official. So they haven't had like the big wedding yet or whatever. It's all still gonna be planned. But it literally, you guys, it literally went from no communication to a proposal. Like, I want to marry you. I cannot function without you. This is so crazy. Like, it's not crazy, you guys. I know how it works. We all know how it works, right? But how miraculous does it sound? Like, it's just, if you were to tell someone, like, someone that really wasn't so aware of like law of assumption and listening to success stories or always like watching these YouTube videos, they would be like, that's a joke. Like you're lying. Like you're probably just lying just to get my attention or something, right? But you guys. And I told her, I said, I'm coming to the actual wedding, okay? So you guys, if you're my client, you know, I always say this, I'm coming to your wedding. Like we're literally intending for a beautiful wedding. All right, guys. So let's get back to the tips and tricks. So for all of you watching, I want you to know this success story did not happen overnight. It did not happen like in a week. So um, I want to mention that because I feel like a lot of people watching, they do have like, I don't know what it is, like maybe you have like an expectation that it's supposed to happen really fast. Like if it's a success story shared on the channel, maybe you're thinking, oh, it happened, you know, it happened quick for them. Like, you know, I can't do that as fast, or maybe I have too many limiting beliefs or whatever. Not all success stories happen overnight, you guys. Not all success stories happen in a week, happen in 2 weeks, happen in a month. So I want you to know, like, this is a journey. This is not like it's not like an overnight thing where if you don't get it in a week or 2 weeks, you're a failure in like manifesting. Um, a lot of my manifestations too, like some of them happen instantly, some of them happen in a few weeks, some of them happen in a few months. But the most important thing is it's your energy and the investment you're putting in these affirmations and your mental diet and your new state of mind. It's not lost. Like it's an investment. You're not losing when you put in the work, right? So to each their own, you know, everyone has their own specific time they receive theirs. Some people have a hard time, you know, sticking to a strict mental diet. I mean, I've been through that where like I just don't, like I just get caught in a spiral, right? That would happen to me a lot. I would get caught in a spiral and I wouldn't be able to get myself out for weeks. So completely normal, you guys. There comes a point where you just are tired of doing what you're not supposed to do, which is react. There comes a point where you stop putting yourself in situations that will trigger you. And if you're my client, or even if you're not my client, I say this in every single one of my videos. Please do not put yourself in situations where you know you're going to get triggered and you know you're going to spiral and you know that it's going to knock you off your strict mental diet. Don't do it. It's not worth it, you guys. It's not worth it. You're working hard, you're changing your mind, you're deliberately creating. It is hard sometimes because your thought process is always lack, right? Before you knew anything about law of assumption, your thought process is lack, or what if the worst is going to happen? Because logically we're always thinking that way, like problem solving mode, right? I always mention it in my videos. So naturally your brain's going to like problem solve everything, like, oh, what if this happens, what would I do, what if they say this to me and it breaks my heart, how would I respond then? Like you're constantly thinking this way. And once you start really understanding law of assumption and how mental diet matters and how you should be thinking more towards your desire rather than away from your desire towards the negative, you don't want to do that. So the more and more you understand, the more and more you work on yourself, the best thing to do is do not put yourself in a situation where you know if they say something, if they do something and it's going to trigger me, I'm going to go into a spiral and I'm not going to be able to get out of it. Don't even go there. Work on yourself. Inner thoughts, inner everything is what causes the outer. Your inner world creates your outer world. So it's much more important to keep the peace within you and understand what you're doing and how the process goes than constantly focusing on the outer world. Outer world, what did I get in my outer world? What evidence showed up? What did they say to me? What did they do? Past thoughts, future thoughts? No, inner. Inner world matters the most. The more you can center yourself and understand that you are a creator, you're not a reactor, the faster you will get your results. Okay? So yes, you guys, sorry, I went like all over the place, but this is how I express myself, you guys. So success story. From no communication to complete like a state of thinking it's never going to work out. I'm just going to give coaching a try. I'm just going to give the courses a try. This is how her thought process was. She literally told me, I just want to give this a try. Like, this is my last option. This and your courses, last try. Because I cannot even like fathom how I'm going to see this person, how we're going to get back into a relationship, from no contact, not seeing each other, from none of that to literally he could not function. This was her affirmation. He could not function without me. She did not say he's going to find me. She did not know the how. She did not mess with the how, because in her mind the how was like impossible. Right? So this is why I love what I do. This is why I love working with clients. This is why I love sharing all these stories with you guys, because every single time I get a success story, it still amazes me. It still amazes me how this beautiful, intelligent force presents everything to my clients. So I hope this story was helpful, you guys. I love you guys so much. I love all the positive feedback, all the positive comments. Like, I see all of them, you guys. Thank you so much for just being here, watching the videos. And you know what, you guys? If you're on your manifestation journey, I can't even talk. If you're on your manifestation journey and you still have not received like the full manifestation, your full desire, do not be discouraged. Please do not be discouraged. I cannot tell you how many times I have felt a little bit of lack or disappointment not getting my manifestation when I thought I was going to get it, which was like immediate. Like, you always think you're going to get it immediate. You always think, oh, I'm going to do this for a few days, right? And I'm going to start seeing movement, no problem. And then you do it for a few days and you don't see any movement. And then you do it for a few weeks, you don't see movement. And you're like, is something wrong with me? Like, am I broken? Is my subconscious broken or something? Like, why am I not getting it? You guys still will get it. You guys still will get it. I'm still receiving manifestations that I was affirming in the beginning of the year. Still receiving them, and they're doubling and tripling. Like, I'm not just getting my manifestation, I'm getting like it all the time, whether it's money, whether it's with a specific person, whether it's opportunities, whether it's love, affection, attention, like trips, vacations, whatever it is. It's like doubling and tripling and quadrupling, because like once you get to creator mode, once you get in the hang of your law of assumption and what works for you, you will start seeing everything unfold, and you'll start realizing, wow, this is so crazy the way it's happening, right? So again, love you guys so much. If you're interested in any of my courses, links are going to be in the description box down below. Do not worry about the date and time when you go to purchase the course. You will have access to the courses right when you purchase it. So don't worry about like if there's a date and it's not the date you're purchasing it. Don't worry about that. You will get it right away. Also, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, link will be in the description box down below. I love you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. I intend every single one of you is patient during your manifestation journey, is confident. I intend every single one of you is receiving evidence and movement and all these beautiful things on your journey. I will see you guys in the next video.